Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's White. Running to Green. Turning it on. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Off play action. He fires one deep down the right side. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Turns it on in midfield. Turning on the Jets. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw, it's Carr. Caught over the middle, it's Hunter. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Got him downfield. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Space downfield. There he goes. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air, it's Carr. Finds his man, it's Smith. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Notre Dame right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Hey, how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On the direct snap, it's Peoples. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Got it behind the line. It's Lacey. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On the move. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And he made the extra point without problem. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Now, after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
They'll run the toss. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Irish come to the line facing second and short.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got it into the red zone, track down at the 18-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the RPO. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. He wants to change this route. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. He might want another play. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Fires to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
To the air, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Rolls it in. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Makes a connection. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He's got it on the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he's going to try to return this one. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very active. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it at the 30. There he goes. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball. Come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. Going to sling it on second down. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throws it back. Caught near the sticks. It's Lacy. Wide open on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. At the 35, he's loose. Wide open spaces. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. He is having a day, and think about this stat. Ezekiel Elliott has his name in the top 20 single-game rushing record list 5 times, more than any of the great Ohio State backs. Oh, we might have another entry coming here.
Oh, that's incredible to think about. And you think about some of his past runs that were so amazing. And when you got a guy that can do this and put up big numbers, he's having a day. This offense is having a day because of it. Keep it going, young fella.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Heading to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The offense changing the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires downfield. Got the quick pass. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
To the air, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Flushed out of the pocket. Going for 6. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Wide out trying to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen on the surf turf, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 17 over Buffalo. For now, it's back to you, fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
29 Philly.
Smith takes the handoff. Finds a little space. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Carr. Right down the middle. With the catch, it's Hunter. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Motion from the back. They'll run it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day, but finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He'll get rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown! good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Final play of the quarter coming. To the air on 1st down. Finding open areas. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab, it's Lacy.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Lacy. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the wildcat again.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Here's a heat. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll park it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
This is an offense that has skill. They've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own one. On first down, he just sneaks it ahead.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. A dangerous 3rd and 10 here from inside their own 5.